What's going on, everybody? I know it's been a while, but here we are. We are back with a new episode of The Breakdown. For this one, we have Nick Blake. All right, I got him listed here as an athlete because that's exactly what he is, coming out of Jamaica High School in Queens. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get right into it. Roll the first clip. Now, I love this. All right. I love the fact that this is the first clip he has on this tape. All right. Love the fact that this is the first clip he has on this tape. Why? Because look where he's lined up. He's lined up on the opposite side of the play call, right? He's all the way over here. Ball's coming over here. But he holds tails. He hustles. He gets there. I love that, right? He's getting there. Okay. And even though this is a 9-yard gain, right? The line of scrimmage, they started here, ended about there. That's where he gets tackled. Even though this is a 9-yard gain into offenses, I'm not sure the down and distance on this play. But as offenses, they like to do what is called staying on schedule. Okay, you want to get a nice chunk of yards on first down. That way you don't have to really put yourself in the bind when it comes to second and third down. Okay, you can keep the ball moving, you can keep the sticks moving, but with that being a 9-yard gain, if Nick doesn't come from all the way on the other side, this could potentially be 15 plus, right? The next guy we got coming up is him. You could say him, but I'm not sure if he gets there if Nick doesn't, okay? The pursuit and the angle is just not there. This could be a 15-yard gain, and who knows, and maybe even more after that. So he makes it a 9-yard gain. These are the hidden yards within football games that do not show up on the stat sheet, okay? But they are very important to winning games, all right? These are the hidden yards that you don't see, but they have a big impact. So him getting out there, it shows the dedication he has to the game, and he's giving maximum effort. That's what you want to see out of your players. Boom. When coaches say high point the football, this is what they mean, right? When they say high point the football, this is what they mean. Look at him getting off the ground, right? Look at him getting off the ground. Why do you want to high point the football? Because it gives yourself the best chance to come down with it, right? Rather than waiting for it to drop. Now you have multiple people all trying to make a play on the ball. Then after he catches that, right, he's out of there. But I like the fact that he's getting up there. He's high pointing it. He's coming down with it. We know that, right? There's really nobody else around him. If they're waiting for that ball to drop, the receiver might get it. It might be a pass breakup, a PBU. But what is a PBU to an interception? We'll take that. And like I said, after he catches it, he's gone. He's off to the races, right? Look at the athleticism, man. That's just raw talent right there, that burst of speed. So you see a lot of these in high school, right? And truth be told, a lot of times you'll see this in college too, or you'll see Pat Mahomes or Aaron Rodgers doing something like this. But this is a busted play. I like the fact that he's trying to make something out of nothing, or appear to make it is that he's trying to make something out of nothing. But I believe that this play call was a designed run. All right, let's take a look at it. I believe that this was a design run, and I also believe that he possibly could have gotten 6 with him running the football. All right, we're going to go ahead. We're going to set it back up. At the start of the play, you'll see them in that empty set. All right, empty set means that it's just one player in the backfield, which is the quarterback. All right, so you got 1 here, 2, 3, third receivers right there, 4, 5. You got 5 across the board, right? So he's blocking him. You'll see it as the play runs. He's blocking him. He is supposed to be blocking this defender coming off the edge right there, but he whiffs on his block, or he doesn't fully make his block. Now we have a drag route coming across the back of the end zone here. That is the only person who is running a route. And I believe that is just for, a security blanket. That's safety purposes. But this, to me, is a fully designed run play. Okay? And I think that he can get to this edge. Let's play it. All right, so you see that. The block is missed here. And while that block is missed, this defender is resetting the line of scrimmage. Instead of having all of this to work with, now Nick has got to adjust his path because he's got somebody coming down there, right? So that alters his route a little bit, right? So now he's got to get out there. He's got to get out there. He tries to cut it up here. He sees that green grass. He wants to cut it up. Touchdown is right here. He's thinking 6. Perfect. I love it. But I believe that he can continue to attack the front pylon, right? He can continue to attack the front pylon. And with his speed, his strength, and his momentum, all he has to do is lower his shoulder, and I guarantee you this is 6 points. Even if it's not, we're at the goal line, right? We're at the 1 yard line. We're at the goal line. If there's a fumble, it's going out of bounds most likely, okay? But that's him just beating one guy right here. Him cutting up, now he's got to beat this defender that's on his back. He'll eventually have to beat him, and then he might eventually have to beat him because that receiver can't really get a good block without maybe holding or blocking in the back. So I think that he can continue to attack that front pylon, lower his shoulder, and we're talking about 6. The other problem I have with this play is that I understand the creativity is there. I love it. I love the intentions, but when this is a design run, guess who's blocking run? The lineman, right? So they're not thinking that this will eventually end up being the pass. So as he lets it go here, you got 1, you got 2, right? I'm not sure if that's a receiver, but you got 3. You got linemen down the field. That's a penalty. Lineman down the field during the pass is a penalty. Can't happen. So I love the creativity, but a better play could have been made. All right. Still exceptional, though. Yeah, this is just a great play on the ball. It's just a great play on the ball. All right. We're going to get to the start of the play. And what he's doing is he starts off, in that safety position. He's down more towards the line. All right. And then he comes out of the play a little bit, out of the cut of the camera, but he's here. He's right here, all right? Him and the cornerback, they're going to double team this number 1 receiver here. They double team that number 1 receiver. And as he drops back, QB is going to tell a story, all right? So as of right now, it's hard to tell, but he is staring at that right there, all right? His eyes are what's going to lead the DB and Nick. That's what's going to lead him over there. He's staring it down right now, right? And he's trying to hit that, which I think that he does hit it. If the coverage was different, I think he does hit it. But here, Nick is just making a great play on the ball. He sees the QB's eyes go over there. He immediately gets off of his man. He gets off of that double team, and now he's chasing the ball. He's being a ball hawk, all right? And then he makes a play on the ball. And then here, I would just say take a knee. All right, take a knee. You did your job. You ended the drive. You're giving the ball back to the offense. Give them some good field position to start with, okay? The 25. I know you're trying to take it back to the end zone. Hopefully you're trying to take it back there for that pick 6, but it's a game, all right? It's a team game. You don't have to do it yourself. Wait for that offense to get back on the field, all right? So just take a knee here. Still, great play on the ball. Yeah. Yeah. This is really him just being an athlete. Just being an athlete. And just like the first play that we saw, he's lined up on the opposite side of the play goal. He's over here. Play's coming this way. You see it? This is the strong side. We got 1, 2, 3 lined up at the receiver. It looks like we got some numbers. We could probably get a nice 4 to 5 yard gain. And Nick messes up the play, right? He messes up everything. He disrupts everything. He gets back there. He's just being an athlete, right? He's getting to the ball. He's being an athlete. Love the hustle. Yep. 6, right? This is another instance of him being an athlete, right? This is just him showing off his athleticism and knowing he's the best athlete on the field and just taking off, right? He knows that this is a run play all the way. He's going to take that. He's going to make the read, and then he's going to get out of there. What I would have loved to see, okay, because they have the numbers. Look at this. They've got the numbers, right? If we can get a hat on a hat, as they called it, especially with the lineman, if we can get a hat on a hat, he's virtually going untouched. Okay, if we can get that receiver to block that DB here, and what I want him to do is come down. Come down. You see, that is the next closest guy to make this tackle, because you're hoping your teammate here is going to block off that guy. So you got to come in. There's nobody here. There's no work. Go look for some work. Go back inside. You know he's coming out here. You got to go. You got to seal that off. If he does that, Nick is untouched. Untouched. Right? You see that? Nick is untouched. He doesn't have to loop all the way around. Okay? He doesn't have to make that little bubble adjustment to his run if his teammate comes in and takes care of that block. Right? He's starting off here, and because he's running downfield instead of coming in to block that guy, he could have sealed him off. Now Nick is here. He's got a bubble and then go down. It takes time away, but nonetheless, it's a great play. Great play. Being an athlete. 6. Being an athlete. This play I love. Watch this. This play I love. Why do I love this play? Because it shows that he can play within a scheme. That's what this play right here shows. Shows that he can play within a scheme. First things first, right? We got a bunch formation, right? That's 1, 2, 3. We got 3 receivers lined up here. This guy, he's at the top of the bunch. Nick is right here. He's going to be lined up in front of him. So receivers may be thinking that this is man. I'm not sure what the safeties are doing. He may be thinking this is man. Nick blows this up. He gets hands on him. And what does that do? That disrupts the route. That disrupts the play. Forget the route. That disrupts the play, okay? Because as him being the number one in the bunch, he's got to get out first and run whatever route he's running. Then you got these guys. They got to run off of him. So he's that first guy in the bunch. He's got to get out. And then the rest of the play can happen, okay? So Nick messes up the fluidity of this play. I love it. He gets hands on him. He blows this up, right? Boom. Rewind that. Blows him up right here. He gets hands on him. Blows it up. All right. And then after he releases that, he picks up the guy. He picks up his assignment. Right. He picks up his assignment. Run it back. Right here. He picks up his assignment. I love it. Shows he can play within the scheme, right? But then I also want to commend the defense, because this is great continuity on their part, right? Knowing their assignments and getting there. Knowing who to pass off to. Knowing which zones they need to cover, right? So I love this play. Love it all around. And again, just showcasing the skills, man. Showcasing the skills, showing that he can be, a dual threat QB or whatever team needs him to be, right? Obviously a two-way player. On the next level in college, he'll be a special teams player for sure. He's an all-around athlete, all right? So this is a guy coaches love to have, because he can play within schemes and you can count on him to make a big play. Love it, man. Love what you're doing, Nick. Wish you nothing but luck on that next level, man. I know you're going to be great.